This video is the last video of this course, and we will talk about views. So what is a view? A view is a permanent object that stores no data. Then what does it store? It is going to store a query, or to be more specific, the result of a query, or what we get in a return when we run a query. It's going to serve two purposes. First one being to reduce the complex query requirements, and the second one is to restrict users' access to sensitive data. This is mainly used for security purposes where the table name is unknown. So why do we want to prevent the users from knowing the table name? If they don't know your table name, then they cannot hack your table. And this is the primary purpose of creating a view, is to allow the users to access the only parts that you allow them to access. So if the part is not intended for your users to be able to access it, a view is one of the easiest solutions out there. Now, a view can be created to replace subqueries, and we have two types of views: simple views that will only reference one table. We will not have any group functions like group by clause or any expressions. And we also have what we call complex views, which may contain data from multiple tables or data created with a group by clause, functions, or expressions. How do we create a view then? The general syntax is pretty easy actually. It is very similar to when you create a table based on a result of a select query. The syntax is create view, then we give it a view name, and then we use the keyword as, follow that with our select query. Let's look at an example. So in this example, we're creating a view called computer books by writing this code: create view computer books as select star from books where category is equal to computer. Now if you notice, this is pretty similar to creating a table based on the result of the select query, but instead of saying create table, we say create view. And once you create that, you will see your view pop up underneath your tables. Now, why do we need to use that view? Or how can we use that view? We can use it in a select query, in any select query actually. So we can select some of the data from that view or all of the data that's in that view. We can join it with another table, so we can pretend that this view is another table and use it in a join query. We can replace subqueries with this, so instead of having the subquery there, we just supply the view. And to delete it, it's pretty simple. It's just drop view and then provide it with the view name. So let's test this out real quick. So what I did is I just wrote the code that's on the slides. Create view computer books as select star from books where category is equal to computer. Now if I run this and I refresh, you'll see that I have the view right here. It's called computer books. Now I can treat this as a table, and I can say select star from computer books. And if I run this, it is going to give me everything that's in the computer books down here. And again, we can use this in any sort of query. We can use where clause. We can treat it exactly like a normal table, but the only difference is that this is a view, not a table. And to take this out, I can just delete all of this and say drop view. So drop view and then computer books. When I run this query, you'll notice that my view just disappeared from the list of my views. And this video concludes it for this course.